Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys, Rosie here, and maybe you can tell I like boating. Today I'm out on a lake with Emmy, and I would like to talk about the science of protective accompaniment. So this is a strategy in which a respected third party shadows or stays close to vulnerable people so that enemies won't act with violence. Organizations that specialize in this are Nonviolent Peace Force and Peace Brigades International. I have so much respect for their volunteers. So today I'd like to tell you a story about women in boats, a priest, a nun, and a cameraman, and how they won against the Navy. So Sri Lanka is a small country off the coast of India. They had a civil war from 1983 to 2009, and in 1992, Sri Lankan invaders attacked a Sri Lankan island and forced 650 residents to flee the mainland. After the war ended, islanders found that the Navy was still occupying their land and their island, and that the Navy did not intend to leave. So for 7 years, they tried to negotiate with the government, and there was just no progress. And so in 2017, they began a continuous protest outside a church. Protesters were always present, holding signs that said, "Release our native land." Then the Women's Development Society made a plan. Most men had fishing boats, and they knew that they could travel the 13 miles to their island. So they just needed to make sure that the Navy would not attack them. The women recruited human rights activists, clergy, and journalists, and they gathered with white flags to show that their boats were unarmed. They made signs in 3 languages calling for the release of their native land and calling to let them resettle. And so the cameramen started to film, and when they reached their island, the priest politely announced that people were moving back into their homes. So the Navy officers said that they would have to speak with their superiors. The islanders figured out that they had won, and they started to cheer and cry tears of joy. And they all followed a nun who ran back to her home church, and they all sang hymns together. So 3 weeks later, the government officially announced that they could stay in their land. And I love this story, and 3 things actually stuck out to me. 1, that God heard and answered their prayers. I believe that He did, and I find that really wonderful. 2, that the women were the leaders in forcing this change. Girl power! And so don't underestimate ourselves, ladies. And then the 3rd is that they used proven strategies that have worked with peacekeepers all over the world. We must really dive into the science of nonviolence and study these stories. I think that Gandhi would be so proud of these ladies. And so the next time you are in a boat, I hope that you remember these women in Sri Lanka, their bravery, wisdom, and their success. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified of when we do our next video. Check out our website and social media. Peace out, you guys.